Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Dan's Revolution, and it will be televised, at least on the YouTube channel, and on my computer screen, I guess? I'm not really sure where I'm going with that. Last episode of Dan, I called glue because it sort of stuck everything together. Cat butt. What a good kitty. It feels to me like we've glued our characters together, along with the introduction of this mentor character in our spirit medium grandma, who's way too young and maybe is eternally young. It's kind of unclear. Kitty, you are making a lot of noise over there. Could you maybe come and sit on my lap instead? Instead of standing on the printer that makes clinky noises? That would be good. Good kitty. Oh, you want to drink my tea? Say hello to Magnolia, everybody. Sorry that she says hi every morning now, but it's just a part of the videos. She seems to have a sixth sense for when I start recording, and she just stands at my door and meows at me until I let her in. Which is perfectly fine by me. I'm happy to have her in here. I just don't want her to be making noise. At least not too much. She might be, like, eternally young. There's some weird evidence around that, but it seems like it's totally up in the air and not worth speculating. Grandma's cool, Grandma's powerful, Grandma's kinda hot, and, that's fucking great. She's also not capable of helping us with everything that we need to do. She can't leave the power zone where her powers are, which just still strikes me as incredibly brilliant writing, to have your, like, Oshino Meme character, who's super powerful and could totally solve all the problems of the show, can't do that because they can't go to where you need to be. Fucking baller. But she does serve as a perfect touch point and source of information for us as we move forward, and has informed us of exactly what's going on inside Okarun. He has been taken over by Tabo Baba, but it's not just Tabo Baba. Tabo Baba is bad enough on her own. She's this racing monster who eats weenies, but she seems to have been fused with something much more powerful that I, as yet, do not completely understand the nature of, but it's been referred to as a location-bound spirit. How big a location? How powerful a spirit? Unclear. It's kind of, uh, uh, an eldritch abomination nightmare that we see that seems to be able to take up the fullness of whatever space it's in, like the bathroom. And some of those visions that we've had when Granny went herself and checked it out are of a thing that is big and nightmarish. In, like, Jujutsu Kaisen curse terms, or, like, Chainsaw Man devil terms, that's a big fucking devil. I don't know what we're dealing with in terms of spiritual energy, whether it's the spirit of tunnels or the spirit of that tunnel, but it might be something much fucking bigger, like the angry spirit of mountains that don't want holes cut in them. And then that has fused with Turbo Baba to make the angry spirit of very fast mountains. And I can't think of much scarier than a fast mountain. Having just made up the term fast mountain, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of a mountain moving quickly. It's bad. And that's kind of, honestly, the impression that I get is there's this big looming thing. So as far as setting up a monster, as far as setting up an enemy as being cool and interesting and powerful, I think we've done a really good job of that. We've already gotten totally overwhelmed a couple of times by just Tabo Baba. That it extends to something bigger, and that thing has a timeline for us, or it's going to start using Okarun to do its dirty bidding, or whatever the fuck it said. It's kind of unclear to me, because the translation that I read said one thing, which was like, I can bleed my influence out of him wherever he goes, and then somebody posted the same frames from the manga, with a particular translation of the manga, which is not good in lots of places, that said something more like, I will use him to murder people indiscriminately. And I'm not actually sure which one the curse is threatening to do. Whether it's like, I'm going to take over Okarun's body, and then I'm going to use him to kill people, or if it's like, I'm going to bleed influence out of him, and that's what happened to Grandma while she was standing near the doorway. She got, like, frozen, and she's nose bleeding and stuff. I don't know which one of those is going to happen. It doesn't really matter. Bad things will happen if we don't go and treat with Turbo Baba. So that's what we're going to go and do. We're going to go and potentially make a deal with the devil. And that puts us in a very fun place. After the last time that I drew Granny, I ended up drawing her a couple more times. I drew her again and had fun, like, cutting this out and making a little a little thing out of it. That was cool. And then this one I can't actually show you all of because I scribbled some other things on it. And while I am not drawing NSFWOCs for commissions yet, the things that I scribbled on the rest of this page are not safe for YouTube. So and then I scribbled dat turbo, da granny, because it was fun and I really enjoyed playing with the ultra perspective on the sort of baseball bat thing, and have no idea how I would make it feel rounded on the edges. I gotta go actually look at a baseball bat if I want to do that. I'm gonna draw something different, and I don't actually know what I'm gonna draw, so let's get to it. I wonder, like, what happens if I do these lines out a bit more? Like, how does that create space around this thing? I'm kind of thinking about the eye thing that appears, and sort of without looking at it, I want to not even figure out how it works. I just want to draw my own version of it. Woo! Okay, that took forever to mark up, but it's vibrant and it's full of color, and that was fun to do. I wish I had brighter yellows, but I don't think that would have really changed things. I think what would have changed things is if I was more careful in my arrangement of yellows, and I used, like, the light yellows on the outside with dark yellows on the inside to make it feel more like a coherent eye thing instead of just a blob. Because these outside spaces feel sort of three-dimensional, but this doesn't. Okay. Still, it's fun to have a fun, solid, full page of color, even if it takes freaking forever to actually mark it up. So there we have it. Taba Baba / location bound spirit's horrifying eye. Wah. And we're gonna have to go and talk to it. Gonna have to go to that tunnel, say hello, and maybe race it? Let's go see how we're going to beat this thing, make it a part of our team, kind of, and potentially regain some control over Okaroon. I've got episode 4 of Dandadan up and ready to go. We're sitting at 0 seconds, ready for the beep beep timer to count you down. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, beep beep timer to count you down. Let's get right into Dandadan episode 4. Straight to it. Boom. Oh, right, she's not wearing the gear. I feel like Okaroon's much better protected, given the... You guys, you got bigger fish to fry. Okay. Yeah, that seems real easy. Dude. Dude. Oh! That's different. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. No escape! Fuck. Well. I don't like mouth eyes. Mouth nipples, mouth eyes, bad, bad. Ugh. Ugh. No, you're useful. You're what we need. Here? Did Tubba Bubba take away his powers? Fuck. Wait, no, we don't need... Shit. And so she just takes it away and we can't use it against her. Fuck. Tubba Bubba, we need the power. We need it. ISA? Race. You're so slow. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's so uncool to use mouths. Shovuda! That was a set of sound effects. Yeah, just who the fuck do you think I am? I'm Turbo the fucking Baba. Yeah, of course. You could eat us at any point. You could take my soul whenever you want, devil. Oh. Heart. Hmm. Good taunt. I don't know what the... We are goners. Wait, what? No. I don't think she understands how time works. Fuck! Oh my god! Well, we lost. No, we lost. That's not right. What? What? Fuck. The normal way? Shit. Well. Alright, show's over, guys. We got nothing. Huh? 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 Okay, give us the curse back. Yo. Nope, full possession. Shit. Oh, tore the shit. Fuck. Just a little bit. Oh. What an awesome design warp. Wait. It's her. It's her. She can feel it now. No shot. What is with the sound design? It's so sick. Where's Taba Baba? Oh, fuck. Wait. Have we captured her? Is she a part of us now? Did we do it? Oh, what the fuck? I think we've integrated Tub. Oh my god, I didn't even realize we didn't have the thing. I think we've integrated Taba Baba. I think she's become like a weak thing. The big standout so far in the episode has been sound design. Just the feel of stuff is really rich. Whoa! Out of the wall? Oh, it's a crab! He fought the bear sign. Push, 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 push. It's not just a piece of the spirit, it's the real fucking granny. And now you're fast. Deal. Cope. Mauled. Seethe. It's like rains. Aww. He becomes kind of a bad boy. I just realized he becomes kind of a bad boy. He's depressed and shit, but... He's so shit! Okay, but we survived. We're in the middle of town, and now the crab is coming. Nope. Yeah, masks. You're going 300 miles an hour. Oh. Embarrassing. Wait, I did not register that scene. That was insane. What the fuck did I just see? With the lights going by? It doesn't seem to care at all. Oh yeah, what must that look like if you can't see the crab? We can cook him. Yummy. Dungeon Meshi mode activate. We can eat it. Or it's a spirit and it doesn't work that way. Oh, it can't move. Oh, it's getting cooked. Boy, it does look yummy. What about the faces? And what's with the red? I mean, it's been throughout. It's been all the color grade has been red, red, red. But like, are we in its zone? Oh, fuck. Oh, they're zombies. Zombies. Gotta go back for ISA. Can't leave her. Whoa. It gained more faces. Or maybe we can just see it more clearly. Whoa. He does. What a strange choice. Oh. I've lost it. I've experienced ego death. I've lost all sense of self. Land on the train. Oh shit. Oh, and we're back in the red. Holy fuck. I don't understand how that stupid fucking song choice elevated that sequence to absurdity, but it sure did. I fucking loved that. I fucking loved that. Oh. Fuck. Fuck. Do we? Respectful. She is a punk. She's great at it too. Fuck. Son of a bitch. In a body bag. We're not running. The train? Oh! No! You gotta be joking. You're gonna bet everything on her only being able to go 100 kilometers an hour? Yeah. Fuck. We want you. Wait, what are we doing? I don't know. Oh shit! Wait, we set this up? Are you fucking kidding? We had a plan! Alright, all you gotta do is hold her down. Color switch. We leave the zone. Who's that? Who were they? Here we are again. Whoa. So is Turbo Baba no longer inside Okarun at all? Oh. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. A balance. So now we're just... So now Okarun is useless. Right? It just feels weird. It feels weird. Nice. What? Yes, 100%. Okay. Hmm. But what now? Yeah. Here at episode 4. Sayonara? Hmm. Are you sure about that? Ah, that's better. Aww. Fuck. The hope! The hope is alive. But Turbo Granny is not. So, I got a question. You invest everything into making an OP for a situation that is only the situation for the first 3 episodes and then stops being the situation anymore? That can't be right. If we don't get that power back, I'm gonna be really surprised. Let me be surprised, that's fine, but what the fuck? We will stop there because those are gonna be spoilers. Looks like we're gonna introduce characters. Wonderful. I come away with a grand question for Okarune's fate. We had like a sort of equivalency because we were both sort of powerful in weird different ways and could complement each other, and now he's just a dude? It's very strange. I wonder where we go with that from here. It feels like a terrible idea for the story. It feels like a terrible idea for the story. We're like integrating this power and then we don't. But maybe that's not the fucking story that we're telling. Maybe his thing is the knowledge. Maybe his thing is that. But then why put so much investment into making all that stuff the thing that's in the OP? I don't know. Maybe we'll find a way to get Granny back. I don't know. Sound design. We gotta talk about sound design right out the gate, because right out the gate it starts being really stellar. From setting up the initial space, trickling, dripping water, and creepy tunnel, to the reveals. God, the echo inside this tunnel is so good. This is such a silly little thing, but go watch anime from 10 years ago and find a scene where they're in an echoey environment. It doesn't sound this good. It doesn't sound this right on. It doesn't have, like, the water dripping mixed over it. The reverberating sound off their voices. It's, like, perfect. Then, it starts to become weird. We get this big sound effect that brings the beat in. We pull the red into the scene that's going to take over much of the rest of the episode and drop out only when we want to accent things and when we're moving outside of the spiritual zone that's been established, telling a story in-world through the color design, just as we have in previous episodes, but it's like really stark in this episode to me. Maybe not as stark as episode 1 where we've got the blue and the red, blue, red because aliens, but the red zone takes over. Even stuff like the baseball bats clinking to the ground. those are the Foley is so rich. The sound is so multifaceted. It's like, ah. Then the beat and the music weaves its way in and out as the intensity of the episode grows and drops. I need to go figure out who's doing sound direction, sound design for this show. I know that I looked at it before, but I need to know. I need a name. Because it's music by Kensuke Ushio. We know that. Sound director, Eriko Kimura. Sound director, Yofukashi no Uta. Sound director, Devilman Crybaby. Sound director, Heavenly Delusion. Wow. So I'm watching 2 shows sound directed by this person now. Sound director, Japan Sync. So it has been the core sound director, I think, for Science Saru for quite a while. Tatami Time Machine Blues, Tiger and Bunny, Urusei Yatsura, Za Special. The Wind Rises post-production director, which probably means some level of sound direction. Summer Ghost Movie, Tales of the Abyss, Tatami Galaxy TV sound director. Oh my fucking god. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off sound director, Phantasy Star Online something something sound director, Ping Pong sound director, Gundam Hathaway movie, Gundam Thunderbolt, Look Back, Keep Your Hands Off Azo Ken. So literally everything that Science Saru has touched for the last decade has been sound directed by Eriko Kimura. That is a name that I want to embed in my memory as best as I can, because the solidity of the sound design in this episode really fucking elevates it. It really improves the rest. It's everything. It's everything. What is that? What is the Foley there? I have no idea. It's feet bursting out of wooden shoes. That's what it is. It's exactly right. And then whoosh. The little click, 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 click are perfect for the hollow wooden shoe with a hole in the front. Like, I believe, I don't know that this is true. I don't think it's true. It's probably a coconut, right? Like, it's probably somebody doing clop, 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 clop with coconuts behind the scenes. But in my head, I believe that this is the sound of open-toed, broken wooden shoes. Okay. We warp into Ayase's mind space where she's viewing things through her psychic senses, and there's a tone to it. There's a sound cue to it that's the music kicks a little bit different, and there's this like everything's off. You're feeling vibrations tone. Okay. Big, broad voice, big and echoey, matches the giant mouths. And then we cut, we've built up all these layers of sound, the music building up, the sound effects around it, building up the voice that comes in and makes it so thick and like a wall of sound coming through. And then we whop it down to nothing so that Ayase can think. That is such a crazy sound. There are so many throughout the episode. We're going to have to stop like looking at all of them, but I have to note it. It's so impressive. It gels so well, and for the first time I'm able to sort of separate it out from the rest. Because part of the experience that I have of watching Dandadan is that we enter into insanity space and my brain turns off and stops working and I'm just going, ha, 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 ha. It happened this time during the running sequence when we're like, once we start Spider-Manning across the walls and the jumping over buildings, we're shifting between locations so smoothly and rapidly, between like dimensions of travel. Our camera is moving in totally different ways from shot to shot, and the flow of it feels so cohesive, even though it's so different every few seconds that I just get lost in the roller coaster ride and can't do anything but go, whoa, which is fucking awesome. It's really cool. And it's a lot of the experience of episode 1 of Dandadan was like, oh my god, here we are. It's just spray painted eyeballs, like no thoughts, only Dans. And this episode, I get that effect, and now I can note the effect. I'm able to like separate from it and be like, okay, that's crazy. How did we do that? And a piece of the puzzle is the sound. It's almost overwhelming on its own. Then when you combine it with the already really incredible, really colorful, really dynamic, really insane, definitely absurdist visuals and story method and like storytelling elements and just things that happen, insane fucking things happen in the show. Combined with insane sound design and insane visuals, it just becomes I love that you can make deals with curses and they have a nature, and that nature can be used to exploit them or deal with them, interact with them safely. However, it's not safe because they will genie their way out of any wish. They'll monkey's paw it. They're intelligent and they're not down to just be used. So the surprise that she doesn't race the way that we wanted her to ends up being, I think, really fucking solid. Really fucking solid. Really scary. I guess that the thumbs up is we got this, no problem. I hate people who break the rules. Great. And then she starts counting in minutes and 47s and shit. Damn it. The visual when she actually goes, she like vanishes and then it's hands from the ground. With a haunting scream behind it. Well, weird chants and cool stuff. Now to count your 10 minutes. She didn't specify, and so I'll do what I want to. At his moment of deepest despair, he does the silliest thing possible, which seems to be the theme. It seems to be a theme of the show, is get backed into a corner and break out of the corner by, like, doing something stupid. That seems to be the answer that we come to more than once, and I kind of like it. It matches with my experience of reality a little bit. Is like, fuck it, we're going. So he goes for the teat. And his motivation is because he doesn't want to let Ayase down, yeah? He doesn't want her to be the only one, reliable one. We'll see how that shifts as he maybe loses his power. How dare you? I love the way that she looks when she possesses his body. The, like, warped, elongated face, I think is awesome. I think it's really freaking cool and really freaking horrifying, and I like it a lot. Okay, we go back into, the last time I'm gonna do it maybe. We go back into her mental space, and just this crushing static sound as though she's like dissolving Turbo Baba into psychic energy. I love it. I think it's dope. Weird Doppler whistly sounds. Nobody's playing this game this way. Ain't no other studio playing this game this way. What the fuck is that? And then we follow it up. I am enthralled. I am really enthralled with this. I've got a new favorite thing, and it's good goddamn sound design. Okay. I love Little Worm Grandma. What a little worm. And it's out of the frying pan right into the fire. Another bigger, crazier, insaner thing. I think this is our latest OP. You know, the latest in the episode that it has been so far. There are too many good scenes. Too many cool ideas. the traveling along the wall. Too freaking cool. Why does it attack the bear? I don't know. Oh, okay, so we leap and cross over the threshold from red. Yep. Really distinct. Oh, wow. And yet I still didn't catch it just because I was overwhelmed by how cool it is. Freaking helicopter legs. I love how incompetent we are. How scrambly and fall aparty and make mistakesy we end up being. I freaking love it. It feels like exactly what would happen if two teenagers ended up in a terrifying circumstance and did their best. Oh, the red emerges as it enters the space. Wow. Okay, is this where we're going past the street lamps? I have to see this scene. Okay, so we've got one loop of hair flow as we just go down this, like, how... What's weird to me is that this doesn't feel like we're just mapped into a CG space easy peasy. Maybe that is what's going on. But it doesn't quite feel like it. It just feels awesome. Okay, it's got to be a CG space. But how are we doing these light transition situations here? Oh, who cares? It's really freaking cool. Oh, you know what? It's there we go. We get a big turn. Boom. Whip the camera around. So we've created this maybe sort of endless roadway. It's so crisp. I guess I would think to cook it. Out of one frying pan, into another frying pan, into another frying pan, into a pot, into the fire, and away. We're not letting you leave. She calls for a full throttle. What is this song? What is this? It's like the most famous fucking trumpet thing that you can play. It's the William Tell Overture finale. Okay. It feels like the strangest possible choice for this, and it's perfect. It's perfect. It's so silly. It's so absurd. It's almost like if you played the... You know, like, it's so silly, and yet at the same time, it fits. It's got this ramping tension. It says we're gonna go. We're gonna charge, right? We're gonna go for it. And when you combine that with the stage lights, camera, ready, go. It's fucking cool. It's cool, but it's also silly, and it so doesn't fit. All of ISA's various hand usage things, hand wings, hands grabbing stuff and throwing them and flinging, and then there's one more, and I forget what it is. It was something to stop their fall, but I maybe it was just the hand wings. Or maybe I was thinking of the helicopter legs. I think they're so fun and creative. They make the whole thing, as I'm going across the roller coaster ride, those are the things that stand out to me as like, wow, I registered that as something consciously. Everything else is unconscious. This is where my brain turns off, because space and time and buildings, we're leaping and moving, and we're so fluidly able to jump to the best possible angle for every sequence. and make the whole thing come to be rotating, twisting city streets and running across the sides of buildings and swinging, and our camera follows and does what it can to make us feel like we're along with the roller coaster ride. Whoa! To running up. Flash, 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 flash. And then it burst, and then we're somewhere else, and everything has reframed in a matter of 2 frames. Boom! Whoa, 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 whoa. And now we're up here. Whoom! Now we're gone up there. The ability for Okarun to pulse or flow as he's taking big leaps, as the camera sort of, if we imagine the camera's going at a static rate, Okarun is bouncing up ahead of us, and then we're catching up and then bouncing up ahead of us. Instead of just following them across the sequence and having backgrounds shift and move, we move everything, and the whole perspective changes and warps and shifts and goes elsewhere, and it's just super creative. It's super fun. It's kind of unlike anything that I've ever seen. When she grabs this tower and starts to spin around it, I'm reminded of a sequence from Kill la Kill, I think, where there's this big whoa, 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 whoa. And the way that CG is used to create that sort of sense of space and whoa, but I don't think this is CG. I think this is a really high-profile animator, like somebody whose name we would recognize really immediately, but I don't know who it is. All timed to the music, all synced up with incredible audio stuff that makes it all feel real. She makes a plan about the train, and this is another element that's just like the seeing the talisman. We see the flash in her eyes, but we don't know what the plan is, so it still feels like we're getting more backed into a corner, but really we're getting back into her corner. That's pretty cool. Dropping back into the color zone, and the big wing hands. But Teeaboo Baba is free. We're fucked. We get this little back and forth about respect for elders, and I just love the tone of it. It allows Momo to be that kind of fuck you, old punk. I'm a young punk kind of energy, and I really like it, because I get this vibe that Teeaboo Baba herself is kind of a punk. That's the read that I get. She's like the old biker gang, been here a while, and now I'm a granny. I don't give a fuck. The story that we get later that she's sort of a protector a little bit sort of makes sense with that too. It's like a generation gap and an argument across those. I really like it. So we get an old person who can bully young folks. You're so amazing, senpai. Mad respect. And then she's like, I see you, kid. You're using that weird ego language in order to mess with me. I know what you're doing. You're using the leet speaks. You're saying bad words. I really hate those words. I hate shady brats like you. And then uses one herself to be like, I can do that too. I'm hip with the times. Son of a bitch. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 1 second. What a fucking play. What an absolutely incredible play by Momo. What a great setup by the show. It feels, once again, just like the getting bashed behind the wall. It's like, I didn't see it coming. I could have and should have. Wow, she's so smart. That's cool. And it just gives me a feeling like I'm compelled by the character. I admire her. She's intelligent and capable, and oh shit, what a cool move. That's my hero. Let's go. Wham. It's a really solid CG model. It's got its rough edges for sure, but it does not look bad. It helps that it's lit with one color. It's kind of clever, but I like it. I like it. It's creepy and weird. Where did she get the ability to outthink her opponents and plan ahead from? Maybe it runs in the family. Maybe it's been passed down. Because this whole thing was part of a bigger plan to bait her over here to where we have power. Click, 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 boom. And blue enters our sequence. And we find out the truth about Turbo Baba. All of the silliness sort of bleeds into sincerity, which is cool. I'm glad that we're able to deliver some sincerity. It broadens the range of the show in a lot of ways. This creature She's not a monster, but part of a balance. And yet, she's a part of a balance that's out of whack, and so it's our job to put her back into balance, yeah? And then we sort of denouement with silliness. A silliness that gives way to sincerity once more. The family dynamic and the household dynamic is absurd, but then recharacterized a little bit by Mo as she says, maybe she's just trying to cheer you up. And then we do this sayonara scene. It's like, man, that word doesn't seem right to say. So we find the right words to say. See you tomorrow. The words that mean we're friends now. This isn't just over. This isn't about one thing, right? And that was the question. It's kind of still a question, because if Okarun doesn't have the power, how does he keep up? But that was the question. Is this just for this? Is this just for now, until a partnership of convenience, until we no longer need each other and then we go our separate ways? Or do we learn that we gain something by being connected to each other and choose to stay connected to each other, to use that as our status quo moving forward? And our characters answer it really concisely, really clearly here at the end of the episode. Nah, we're friends. Nah, none of that shit. I like it. There are questions. What's Okarun gonna do? What if they're up against some shit? Is this gonna be a one-sided relationship where Momo's the only one with the capacity to deal with the supernatural and Okarun just is? That doesn't seem very fair and balanced. But I don't know what's gonna happen. It's totally possible, given the absurdity of the show, and the fact that Momo has really been carrying all of the weight, except for speed sometimes, that she continues to carry all of the weight. We're going to introduce some new characters in the next episode. Pink-haired girl is coming. Exciting. Don't know who she is at all. So maybe that'll introduce a new realm, or perhaps a new arc. Maybe I've been understanding this all incorrectly, and these first few episodes have been simply the first arc of Dandadan, and the next arc will involve something different in spirits and aliens and something weird and completely separate from this. Maybe Turbo Baba is no more. That would be sad. I really like Turbo Baba. But I'm happy for whatever comes out next from Dandadan, because when the show is put together so well, when it's got such strong bones as a show, regardless of the story, the bones of the show, the thing that we're watching is fun to fucking watch. It's exciting, it's novel, it seems like it's breaking new ground, but if you asked me exactly what's new about it, I'd have trouble putting my finger on it, except to say the way it all comes together, kind of. It's just really cool and impressive and fun, and I like it. I want to go check Sakagubaru for this episode really quick and see about a couple of those big swinging around and stuff shots, because I feel like there were some really high-profile animators on a couple of portions this episode, and I'd like to understand them a little bit better. So, oh, they're all red. Okay, let me make sure that I've got this pulled up. Boop, 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 boop. I see Hironori Tanaka. I see Genta Ishimori. Okay. All the ashes falling to ashes. Reminds me of something, but I don't care. Woof. Really cool. And then all the Tabo Baba being Tabo Baba. Yuki Kikuchi. Start to 12 is Kikuchi. Run, guys, and then some silly stuff. And then 23 and onward is Kikuchi. Kyohei Ebata. Down the hallway, running. And then the woof. These really remind me of Hands Guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, this is such fucking awesome effects stuff. I don't know if I would really... my brain says Kaneda style, but I don't feel like that's actually right. Because these sparks, these like rectangular sparks, don't fit the usual set of like circles, speed line thing. I guess they sort of fit as like glowing glowing impact lines, sort of. I don't really know. It's fucking cool looking. And then the chaos of debris behind is, well, it's chaotic, but it's really coherent too. Oh, cool. Eitetsu. Okay, fun stuff. This is Momofuji on the brrr boom. I want to connect that in my mind. Rikitoku Tetsuya. Gorgeous wind. Whipping through the hair. And then the turn and the wah. I want to check, and when we get into here as well, I want to check you as well for Jujutsu Kaisen stuff. Nope. Okay. Genta Ishimori and Jilong Li. This is where we launch, exit the color space, and then fall. This opening portion is so freaking cool looking. This scene, especially the first cut, looks like something out of Kemonozume. Hayato Kurosaki as Tabo Baba births herself out of the weird mouth, and we get the click, click, click of the different frames into the light. We leave the space, and then she bursts, and it slow-mos, but not the bodies falling apart or like floating away. We get the flash of the train, bing, smile, and then we're falling. Oh, and we do the tilt with the fall, which I felt in my bones. It felt really cool. It's like the rug pull or ground dropping out from under you. And then the big wings, whoosh. God damn, Hironori Tanaka, you have too many cuts. Top cut in Bepisode is Artist Unknown and Shun Miyakawa, with Kaito Tomioka as second key animation for Miyakawa's last cut. Miyakawa took the rest to Genga. Oh, so this is the whole dun 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 dun, which has this big spin to it. Free Ren, Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay. Oh, that shot with the weird plant thing. I remember that. Run in, and... Oh, the big whoosh! Yep. Whoop. Those camera moves feel signature-y. I don't know. And then we're going through, running, and then all of this... That's incredible. Because this is my favorite stuff in the episode. We have this, like, ka-chunk, and then suddenly we're Shadow the Colossus, and we're in a different zone. It all locks in and becomes landscape, and we're rushing over it. I mean, it's not like this is the first time I've seen a character run up across a giant monster, but fuck, this version of it is so sexy. Boom, boom. The feet kicking. The face snap back and forth. It just... And then that leaping that we talked about earlier when we actually saw the cut. All the way through to this grab and spin all the way around. Good God, Shun Miyakawa. Okay. From cool animation and an insane bugle charge sequence. Great outplays by Momo. Weird betrayals and deals with monsters that go in strange directions. Total humor, complete sincerity. Total believability, complete absurdity. The show can do whatever the fuck it wants, and I'll be here for it. This was another fun episode. We'll see what happens with our boy and his internal grandma next time that we watch an episode of Dandadan, which should be next Friday. Thanks so much for watching this week's episode. I'll see you next time for more, or you can catch it a little bit earlier on the Patreon linked in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you here on YouTube next Friday for Dandadan episode 5. Much love. Peace.